Welcome, FNews57 here. Once again, I'm back on my Xbox Series X, and today I'm bringing you yet another guide for Dying Light 2. In this video, I will be showing you basically what is the best method for leveling up your parkour skill tree. This is a unlimited parkour XP glitch, exploit, coding error, whatever terminology you want to use for it. But I've tried a number of different things, and this is by far the fastest method. One of my friends recommended it to me, and then I seen a couple videos on it, and they didn't really explain a few things, so I figured I'd go ahead and make a very in-depth guide. So, as I mentioned, it is a unlimited XP farm. It is probably the best farm, hands down, for parkour XP in the game, and you can do it at pretty much any level. So you will notice that I am on my main character here, and I do have 480 stamina, 340 health, and I'm almost done with both skill trees, combat and parkour. And I got that pretty much just through playing the game and doing all the missions. However, you can do this at just about any level. There's only one skill that you really need for it, and even at that, it's not necessarily the skill that you absolutely have to have, but it's really what makes this glitch exploiting of a coding error work, and what makes it give you the most XP. So basically, when you use a skill in either the combat tree or the parkour tree, you gain more XP for that relevant skill. The particular skill that we're going to be using here is the far jump skill. For those of you that don't know how to use it, once you unlock it, as you are jumping over an obstacle, you need to tap the specific button for your platform in order to activate the far jump and basically fling yourself farther than normal. For the Xbox, as I mentioned, that's the platform I'm on, this is the left bumper. The timing on it is a little bit tricky, but once you get that down, you'll notice that it's really easy to do. Towards the end of the video, I will be showing you how to stack the XP, so feel free to stick around for that. But right now, we're going to look at just the basic XP amounts. So, with only that skill is the only skill that is needed. Just the far jump skill. If you have anything else, you can use it, but it's not needed. So you can do it at any level. I would recommend that you have a decent weapon. If you have it available to you, bring a couple UV light bars. The Pan of Destiny, by the way, you should totally check out my video on that. Helps out a lot. And some sort of healing item. Personally, I like the regen boosters, but we'll cover that later. Now, what you're looking for is a very specific spot on the map. And there's a couple different spots. But first, I'm going to show you the basics of this. So anytime you do a parkour activity, you get some parkour XP. Now, it's up there in the top right hand corner, and it's usually not that much. Anytime you activate a skill while using a parkour XP or parkour move, you get more parkour XP. Again, usually not that much, like maybe 10 points or so. But there are specific spots on the map that you can go to, and this is the spot that I've found that works the best, because the higher up you are and the farther you're jumping, the more XP that you get. But if you look in what would be the this horseshoe district, it doesn't matter whether you assign it to the peacekeepers or the survivors. It doesn't matter what point in the quest line you're at. You could technically do this at the very first mission where you have to go to the hospital and it's nighttime. But it doesn't matter where or when in the storyline you are. So you're going to come to this point on the map. And if it's during the day, it's extremely easy to find because there's always an encounter here. But if it's at night, you can tell where it is based on this evacuation convoy. And then, of course, there's UV spots near it, and there's a windmill to the north and a windmill to the south of the location. So very easy for fast travel purposes and for resting until night. So we'll go ahead and put a marker there, and I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do. But on specific spots of the map, you will actually get more XP than normal. Now keep in mind, if you have the dart skill, so this is normally a jump that without any skills at all, you can make, and you get about 30 parkour XP for it if you actually make the jump and you don't have to use the ladder. If you have to use the ladder, you get a little less parkour XP, and it takes a little longer. If you use the dart jump, you'll notice that we only get 18 XP. We actually get less XP for the dart jump. But if you go up to these railings and then you press the button to jump over them, and just as you're moving forward, jump over them and then tap the left bumper, you'll notice that you fling yourself across and you get drastically more XP than what you would get about during the day, 50 to 60 XP with no real modifiers. I have a little bit of XP gain from my gear, but you can just keep flinging yourself back and forth across the gap and get quite a bit of parkour XP doing that. It's relatively safe. It's not that far if you fall, which if you have the parkour roll skill, if you fall, you're not going to take that much damage, and if you have healing items, you'll be perfectly fine. So keeping all that in mind, there are a handful of spots around the map that you can do that, and you can just keep generating that XP. Which, it's good XP, don't get me wrong, it's better than normal parkour movement XP. But we're going to go ahead and switch this to night and show you how you can really start stacking up the XP, because this is safe. It's basically one of the safest spots that you can be at night. There's UV lights close by, and if you have UV light bars, even low level ones, it's still super easy. So it's really not one of those things that you have to worry about, and you really shouldn't be doing it during the day. I mean, you could if you wanted to, it's just less effective. So anytime you do anything at night in this game, you have the nighttime parkour bonus XP. You'll notice in the top left-hand corner, I have my Night Runner's XP potion activated. So keep that in mind. Which is going to double my nighttime reward. That's this one for buying the more expensive version of the game. But if you haven't checked it out already, check out my duplication glitch video, and then that'll teach you how to get even more of those XP items. But you don't need it. This is just if you want it. Chances are, with the number of duplication glitches out in the game, you really should not have much of a problem finding somebody that has one of these potions, or you probably will have one of the potions already yourself. So we're going to come over here at night and do the same thing that we were doing, and you'll notice that we are gaining even more XP, but it almost didn't work on that time. It was kind of weird. It didn't work, and I didn't get that much XP. I got basically the same XP as what I would normally get. And that is because we used the dart skill, which this is a very easy mistake. And I've had people tell me that this has been patched, but it's actually because you're using the dart skill. So if you have the dart skill and you click the left thumbstick, or click and hold, you're sprinting, and that allows you to jump farther. So make sure you don't do that. What you want to do is just push the stick forward for movement, jump over, and hit the left bumper to activate the far jump. And then you can literally just keep flinging yourself back and forth like that, averaging about around 100 XP every time you do that. The gain will be a little bit different for each player depending on what your XP gain gear is. And then obviously the bonus that's coming from night, we're getting that 100% bonus on. We're doubling because of the Night Runner potion. If you don't have the Night Runner potion, that's fine as well. But if you do have the Night Runner potion, it makes life even easier. Now, if you're feeling froggy and maybe you have some light bars, or you have the health or the immunity boosters, whatever the case might be, that you can continue to do this. It's super easy, but then if you want even more XP, I wouldn't recommend it if you have no gear at all, but if you have a little bit of gear, you can also go ahead and get into a chase. Getting into a chase is easy to do at night. See, I did that for just a little bit, and I got 2,600 base XP and 583 for the night. So all we need to do is basically jump down here and either go and kick a howler or just get the howler's attention. Now, this is where it becomes dangerous, but it's not that bad. So I would recommend using the regen booster, and if you have it and want to, you can use the toughness booster, but then you're going to be getting a 2 times XP bonus because you're in a chase. Now, the chase meter is going to continue to fill, so keep that in mind. And eventually, when it's about to get to a level 3 chase, you will definitely want to go to a UV zone and end the chase. Because then you're going to start to get the volatiles, and if you miss a jump like I did right there, it's going to be really annoying. But basically, you're jumping between such a far point on the map that the regular viral zombies, they get themselves a little bit confused, and they really just don't know what to do. So, super easy. You can very easily do it on a level 1 chase and a level 2 chase. Level 3 chases, you start to get the volatiles, and once it hits a level 4 chase, if you make a single mistake, then that's it, game over. So if you don't have maxed out regen boosters and maxed out toughness boosters, do not try to continue this in a level 4 chase. I'm going to try to continue it in a level 4 chase, but the reason why I say not to do it without maxed out items is simply because the volatiles can kill you in a single hit unless you have a very high amount of health and damage resistance. So, as you can see, the chase is just going up here. We've got a 3 times bonus. It's about to hit chase level 3. At chase level 3, we're going to start to get the volatiles. But then at chase level 4, we're basically just going to have nothing but volatiles on us. And you can see it just keeps stacking up. If you make a mistake like that, well, you're going to have to figure out what you want to do about it. And that's why I said do not do it without maxed out gear. If you need, use a light bar. I'm showing the entire process so you can see how crazy this is. But you're going to start to get the spitting zombies. You're going to get all of this stuff coming up against you. It's very easy to get disorientated. And then, like I said, you're going to have those volatiles. So we're going to go back to the building that I need to be on, where we get the most parkour XP. We're going to do this with a level 4 chase. This is where it's going to get nuts. So with the level 3 chase, we have a 4 times bonus. And just look at all that XP. Per jump, 100 base, plus all the nighttime bonus XP that's being accrued. We just hit chase level 4, so you're going to notice most of the regular zombies at this point are going to get replaced by the volatiles. And these guys are wicked. Even with my boosters and my gear, it is capable. It's actually highly possible. These guys can just get on top of you and beat you down. They also can get in your way and prevent you from successfully making the jumps. So I really do not recommend continuing to do this while you're at level 3 or higher on the chase. It's extremely easy to end a chase, by the way. And I'm just going to show you how to end the chase. So to end a chase, all you need to do is get to a UV zone. If you're comfortable continuing doing that while you're in a level 3 or higher chase, that is up to you. But all you need to do to end the chase is simply go to a UV light area and wait. Well, it's probably a good like 20 seconds or so. This building right here is a UV light area, and then you'll get the whole thing for chase ended, and basically all of the zombies will die and run away, or run away. Then you can go back to doing whatever you wanted. The other way to end a chase is to throw down a UV light bar, and if you're going to do this at night, you're either going to need the UV light bars, or you're going to need to have some sort of immunity booster. So I'm going to do this now for the rest of the night, and just keep in mind that at night, you only get that nighttime bonus by surviving the night, or by going to a spot that you can rest and switch the time to daytime. But for the purposes of the video, make sure you smash that like button, and of course subscribe for more content. I'm going to edit this down and make it a little bit shorter, but I want to show you the amount of XP that you can get by doing this for one full night in-game. And I'll be continuing this without the actual chase multiplier. Alright, so here we are in-game, and I just wanted to edit out that little bit of extra timer. But as you can see, I have been flinging myself back and forth across this spot for the entire duration of the in-game night, since ending the other portion of the recording. So it's actually realistically about half to 3/4 of the full in-game night timer. And you can see in the top right hand corner, we're already over 29,000 base XP. So that's after the horde, because we haven't been using a horde. And I have messed up a couple times here. Like that, I just messed up my rotation. So we could have had more XP if we were in a horde, and we could have had more XP if I didn't mess up my rotation. But we're over 30,000 base XP for this continuation, plus on top of that over 9,000, closing in on 10,000 bonus for night. And the in-game night really is not that long, so you will need to take a little short break and get a UV light just so that you don't turn, depending on how high your immunity meter is and obviously what difficulty you're playing on. But there we go, night just ended, so you've seen I got just shy of that wonderful 10,000 XP. Now it's daytime, so we're not getting the bonus, but we're still getting like 50-60 per jump. And that is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. We now have 2 more parkour points because of that, and you can spend them freely on whatever you want. It takes quite a bit of parkour XP as you level up. The last level takes like 50,000 XP, but in all honesty, it's really not that hard to do, because as you've seen there, I had over 30,000 base from just running around, plus 10,000 for the night bonus. So even at the end game levels where you're spending 25,000, 50,000 parkour XP to get a single skill point, by using this method, it is boring, yes, but technically within a couple of hours you could actually be like max parkour level. And this is by far the fastest method that I have found, and I've tried a whole bunch of different things as far as earning parkour XP and combat XP. So if you need any other guides for Dying Light 2, definitely check out my channel. I have a whole bunch of them. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. I will do my best to help everyone out regardless of what platform they're on. If you are looking for people to play co-op, do everyone a huge favor when you post in the comment section. Make sure to post what platform you are on and what gen console you are on if you're on console, because this game is not crossplay or cross-gen at this particular moment. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and if you have any questions, I will be here to help. Until next time, my brothers and sisters at Legion, stay frosty.